this session we are going to learn about strings in C. In this session we will be covering what are strings, how strings are represented in C, what are operations that are possible in C on strings. Let's solve some examples. So we will be doing some practice on string operations, and then I'll be giving you some problems that you can solve on your own. Okay, let's begin with what are strings. So the strings in C language is a one-dimensional array of characters, and these one-dimensional array is terminated by a null character or /0. So this is a null character. Okay. To hold a character at the end of the array, the size of character containing the string is one more than the number of characters in the word. For example, if you are storing hello, then you need the character string of length 6, because it will be storing HELLO and the null character. So the total number of characters that will be stored when you are initializing a string, say hello, is 6. Similarly, you can initialize the string as hello. In this case, the compiler will automatically put the null character at the end of the array. One more thing is the data type string is not supported in C. If you want to use operations in C, you need to use the character array. Throughout the course, we will be using the character array and assuming that it is a string. So this is how the memory representation of string that actually is stored. As we have already discussed in arrays, like arrays is each and every element is stored in array is in sequential order, and it starts with 0. So here it's a character array in this case, and it starts with 0 character, 0 in index 0, h is stored at index 0, 1 is stored at e is stored at index 1. Similarly, l, l, o, and each index has an address associated with it. So how we will be using the addresses and all, we will be covering it in a section called pointers, but there is some address associated with the variable. Okay, so let's do some practice. Let's write a very simple code to print a string in a C program. Okay, here I am creating a sample C file. Okay, sample program to print string in C. Okay, hash include std io dot h and main return 0. Okay, let me take a character array, character of say 6, and I'll give a name str equal to h e l l o and a null character. Okay, let's try to print it. So for printing we will be using %s, and we'll be giving one /n, and we'll saying str. So str will be printed in place of %s. Let's save this program and compile it. Compilation is successful. So let's run it. Let's run it strings.c, and it prints my output as hello. So just now we have seen how we can print a string in our program. So these are the operations that are possible in the C. This is an exhaustive table which says that what all operations are possible in the with the strings. So first operation is strlen, in which it accepts s1, and this returns the length of the string. So let's do the example side by side, and it will give us more understanding on how the strings are working. So let's try to use strlen in our program. Okay, let's use it. Okay, I'm modifying the same program only so that we don't have to write it again and again. One more thing is, to use the string functions you need to include strings.h. Let's include string.h. Okay, so let's say printing using strcpy. Okay, so printf length of string is percent. It will give me an integer %d str alien, and then I'll give the name str. Okay, let me give a slash n. Okay, let me compile the program. So instead of %d, we need to use %lu. So this will give me length of the string. Let me save it, compile it. Yes, I got a compilation success. Let me run it again. So here is the output. Length of the string is 5. So this is how we use strlen. Let's revisit the code. So if you want to use strlen, this is how you can use. If you want to print the length, you can print it as lu, or you can define an integer and take the length in that integer and print that integer. Either way is good. Okay, so next function is strcpy. This copies string s2 into s1. So suppose we have two strings s1 and s2. S2 is some string, and if you use this strcpy, it will copy s2 to s1. We'll be modifying the same file. Okay, let me declare one more character array, str2 with say length 6. Okay, then I use strcpy. I want str2 to have str. Okay, so str, the content of str will be copied to str2. Let's print the string str2. So printf is %s. Okay, let's save it, compile it, compilation is successful. Let's run it. So here, this is the output that we want. The string to str2 is hello. So strcpy copies string hello to str2. Okay, so let's use one more function, strncpy. It copies the characters of string s2 to another string s1 up to the specified length. Okay, so whatever length we want to specify, it will specify, it will copy, provided str2 is bigger than the bigger than n. Okay, so let's use this function. So this is how strncpy is used. It requires the destination, the source, until how many characters it has to be copied. Okay, and here I am printing the value of str3. Okay, so let's run the program and see what is the output of this program. Okay, compilation is successful. Let me run it. So after strncpy, the str3 is HELLO. So it copies the first four characters and whatever we have given, and then the complete string. Okay, so next function is strcmp. It compares two strings, uh, and this function determines if two strings are equal or not. If both the strings are equal, if s1 and s2 are equal, it will return 0. If s1 is greater, if s1 is less than s2, it will return a negative value. If s1 is greater than s2, it will return a positive value. Okay, so the comparison is based on the uh, appearance of the character in the string. Suppose a and b. So if I use strcmp a b, it will give me a negative value because a comes first and b comes after a. So it will give me a negative value. If I compare strcmp b comma a, it will give me a positive value. If I compare strcmp a comma a, it will give me a value equal to 0 because both the strings are same. Stricmp compares two strings s1 and s1 and s2. This function does not determine between the uppercase and lowercase. So this function works same as strcmp, but it will be a case insensitive comparison. So capital A and small a will be considered as same. So we will not, if you want to compare like character wise comparison, you can use this function. If you want a case based comparison, you can have strcmp. strncmp, this compares the character of two strings s1 and s2 up to the specified length. So if you give strncmp s1 and s1 s2 and n, it will compare the first n characters of s1 and s2. Same as stricmp s1 s2, it will compare s1 and s2 up to n characters, but the case insensitive search, it will ignore the cases. strlwr, it converts the upper character of s1 to lower character. So strlwr, that is string lower. So if I am having a string called capital A, capital B, capital C, and I say str lwr s1, I'll be getting small a, small b, small c. Similarly, strupr, it converts a given string to an uppercase. strdup, this function duplicates the string s1 at the allocated memory, which is pointed by the pointer variable. Suppose you want same string again, like hello, you want to have a copy of hello, you can use strdup. strchr, this returns the pointer to the first occurrence of the character in C. Like it gives, if I have a very long string, and if I say strchr and want to search a particular character, it will give me the first occurrence of the character. strcat s1 s2, it will concatenate the string s2 at the end of s1. I have missed this. strrchr, it returns the pointer to last occurrence of the character. So these two are kind of same, but strchr returns the first appearance of character C. strrchr returns the last occurrence. strcat will concatenate s2 to s1. strncat s1 s2 and concatenates s2 to s1 up till n characters. strrev, this is very important function, it reverses the string s1. So if you want to have reverse of a string, it reverses the string s1. str s1 s2 returns a pointer to first occurrence of s2 in s1. So if you see here, this compares the character, but this function compares the string. So if you have a very long string s1 and you are given a very small string s2 and you want to find the first occurrence of s2 in s1, you can use this function str. Okay, so these are the exhaustive operations that you can perform in the strings, and all of these are kind of self-explanatory, and we will be using some of these in the program that we will be doing right now, and it will give you much more idea on how we use strings in C. So let's consider this example. I have added stdio.h, string.h, main. So str1 with of length 12, I am saying hello. str2 of length 12, I am saying word. str3 of length 12, I am not initializing it, taking a variable len. So if I say strcpy, str3, str1, so it will copy str1 to str3. So if I print str3, it will give me a value say hello. Okay. uh, Similarly strcat, if I say strcat, str1, str2, so what will be my output? My output will be hello world, because str2 is added after str1. My str1 is hello, my str2 is world, so I'll be getting an output says hello world. Okay, if I print this output, len will give, if I do strlen, I'll be getting the length of string, so I can print it like that. So this is the small set of operations that we can do in strings. Exhaustive list is here. You can pick up any function, write it, and see it how it runs and how you can get the result out of it. So let's solve some problems. Write a program to check if a given number is a palindrome or not. So palindrome is a string which is having a special character, wherein when the string is reversed, both the original and the reversed string are same. Okay, so for example, if I'm writing a string, say ABA, so ABA is a palindrome. Why? Because if I reverse ABA, it will again give me a same string ABA. So we will be writing a program to check if a given string is a palindrome or not. So let's write a program. C palindrome. So okay, let's have a character str, enter the string, scanf percentages str. So let's have a length of the string. So alien, just give me the length of the string. Okay, let me have two variables, int I, sorry, int start, int end. I'll initiate start is equal to 0, then end equal to len minus 1. Okay, so while start is less than or equal to len, if str of start equal to str of end. So let's have a negative condition, then say int result equal to 0. Let me have a result declared as 0. I'll result equal to 1, then I'll break out of loop and then print result equal to 0, and def given string is palindrome, else printf given string is not palindrome, so printf, let me have a slash n at the end. Okay, so let's, what we are doing in this code, we are first we are getting an input from the user in str, which is character array. Then we have declared few variables. One is len, one is start, and one is end. I am initializing start with 0. Len, I am having array, not array length. Here I am getting a length of the string. I am initializing end equal to length minus 1. So I'll be starting with last element, which is always length minus 1. So I will be having two variables, start and end. Start will point to the 0th element, end will point to the last element, and then I am comparing if start element is equal to end element. I am running one loop. So if in any point of time the start element is not equal to end element, okay, then I am breaking out of the loop. That means, and saying that this string is not palindrome. I am identifying it with the result. Initially I am declaring the result as 0. If in case I didn't find this condition is satisfied, I'll be saying that my string is not palindrome. One more thing I will add, I'll increment start and decrement n, so that I may not end up in infinite loop. Let me run it. So let me compile and run the program. Compilation is successful. Let me run it. I'll be giving a string a, b, c. So given a string is not a palindrome. Yes, ABC is not a palindrome, because if I reverse ABC, it will become CBA, and it is not a palindrome. Let me run it again. I will be giving ABA. Yes, the given string is a palindrome. So this way I can check whether string is a palindrome or not. Also, with this code, this will give me a very good idea how to write my own string functions. So suppose if you are asked to write your own strrev functions, for example, you are working in some platform which does not support all the string functions, and you want to use strrev function in some of your problem, and if you don't have a ready-made program, you have to write it. So this is how you can see how you can write a existing function. Existing functions are nothing but some pre-written functions which we can use again and again, but if the function is not provided, you need to write it, which is a very known practice in software engineering. So I hope this gives you a very clear understanding of how to write inbuilt functions. Let's do one more program. Write a program to print a given string rotated n number of times. So what is the meaning of rotation? If suppose you are given a string abc, so when abc rotated one time, it will become cab. That means a will come to b's place, b will come to c's place, and c will come to a's place. So let's write the code to rotate a string at a given number of times. Okay, so let's write a code for this. Okay, so hash include including string.h into main. Let's return 0. String character, let's take it as 10. Printf, enter the string, scanf, percentage s, str. Okay, let's have one more variable, say int n, enter how many times you want string to be rotated. Scanf %d and %n. So let's understand this. We are inputting the, at this point of time we're just inputting the string and value of n. N is nothing but an input of number of times the string being rotated. Okay, let's take another character string, which is say character str2. This will be our resultant string. Okay, so also take one more integer for running a loop. Okay, let's have one more integer length. So length equal to strlen of string length of str. Okay, now what we are doing is we are rotating the string and storing it into str2. That's why we have taken str2. I have taken to run a loop, because we will be requiring to run a loop, and length we are storing the length of the string str. Okay, so let's write the code. For int I equal to, for I equal to 0, I less than len I plus plus. So what we have to do, let's build our logic. So if I have to rotate it with n times, so the new position of my character will be, let me take one more variable, int new position. Let me take a short name p. You can take long name also, but just for to simplify I am taking p. P equal to, it should be equal to I plus how many times you want to rotate, it's n. Okay, and taking a mod with length. So if I want to rotate any string by n number of times, I'll be adding the character position with number of times I want to rotate, and take a modulus operation with length, so resultant of the current character in new string. So str2 of p will be equal to str of I. Okay, now let's give a slash null character to str2. str2 of length equal to null character, like string termination. So let me print it. Rotated string is %s str2. So let's compile and run this code. gcc -o problem3 problem3.c. Okay, let me run the code. Enter the string, let me say abc. How many times I want to rotate it? Say 1. So the resultant string is CAB. So A will come to position B here, B will come to position C here, C will come to position. Let's take one more string with one short string, say hello, and I want to rotate it 3 times. So here's the result. H will come to else place, E will come to O's place, and O will come and L will come to E's place. Again, this one come to H place, and O will come to else place. So this is how we write the code. So let me give one more walkthrough with this code. We are taking one string character array where we are inputting a string and number of times we want to rotate the string. This is the resultant string. I is an integer that we have taken so that we can run a loop. Length, which will be storing a string length. P is nothing but offset kind of thing, where this will be the new position of the current character in string 1. Okay, so this is how we are taking the input. We are running a loop. So what will be the new position? New position will be equal to current position plus n and modulus operation with length. This will give me the new position. I'll be getting the result. So we have completed these 2 examples. These are the 2 exercise questions that I want you to try it on your own. First question is, write a program to sort the characters in a string. So you will, whatever characters you are given in a string, print it in a sorted order. You can use any kind of sorting. I'll give you a hint. You can use bubble sort for this. Second question is, write a program to compare 2 strings without using strcmp function. So earlier in this session we have written our own code to do strrev or a similar function. So here I am giving you a question where you need to write your own strcmp function, where you will be given 2 strings and you need to give an output which is similar to strcmp, where if 2 strings are equal, the output will be 0. If str1 is greater than str2, the output will be greater than 0, otherwise output will be less than 0. Okay.
I'm sure you enjoyed learning from this video. Please like the video, and if you have any doubts regarding this video, please comment us in the comment section, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more such informative videos. Do look out for other related videos in our playlist. For more information, visit our website now. Keep learning with Intellipaat.